Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and much appreciated you guys watching today's video and spending some time with me today. Guys, I got to give you my honest opinion on kayak bass fishing. I hope it doesn't offend some people when I do this, but I've been thinking about this because I've been reading a ton about kayak fishing. It's like you see it everywhere. It's like kayak bass fishing's taking off. There's kayak bass fishing tournaments everywhere. And I got some opinions on it I want to share with you guys, and I'd be curious to get your guys' feedback on that as well in today's video. Also, guys, quick reminder here, what I am catching them on right now. It's the mid part of October when I film this video. Guys, the bait that I've been catching them on more than anything the last couple weeks is my Blaukat throwback jig in black and chartreuse with a green big salty chunk from Zoom on it. If you guys want to sort of keep up with what's going on, this is the bait that I've been using a lot lately. Especially if you have water visibility of under 2 feet. I've been pitching and flipping this thing just around shallow wood cover, boat docks, stumps, trees, all that type of stuff. But I've been getting a lot of bites on this thing the last couple of weeks. So I'll put my Blaukat throwback jig link in my tackle warehouse description in this video if you guys would like to pick one up in that color, along with the green pumpkin Zoom big salty chunk, which a lot of people don't use on a black and chartreuse jig, but it works like magic, man. It's really good. But I'll link everything in the description there. I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I don't, I sort of feel bad about doing this video a little bit because let me sort of preface this. I love the whole idea of kayak bass fishing. I love the simplicity of it, being close to nature to it. That's how I started out fishing. I started out wading creeks, sneaking into farm ponds. I had a little 10-foot canoe. It was one of my first boats, and I would, go in ponds and creeks and rivers with that thing. So I spent a lot of time fishing simple, wading and fishing out of small boats. I had a little 10, 12-foot flat bottom one time I used to fish out of a lot. So it's not like I just been in big bass boats my whole life, but ever since this kayak bass fishing has come about, it's like I kept telling myself, it's like, Randy, you got to get into this. This is right up your alley. You love this type of stuff. You love the simplicity, the naturalistic, the purest sport of it, where it's less expensive. And it's like I kept telling myself this over and over again, and I kept thinking that I was going to get into kayak bass fishing. But guys, I got to be honest with you, I just can't get excited about it. And I feel terrible about that. As much as I've tried to embrace it and try to get excited about it and try to want to do it, there's something about it, it just does not appealing to me whatsoever. And I don't quite understand it because I love to fish and I love just, getting out there and, like I said, wading around and, floating. But for something, there's something about kayak bass fishing that just bores me to death. I can't even, I don't have any interest in getting involved with it. And like I said, I feel bad about that because I want to be interested in it. And I think a lot of it, I don't know what it is. It's a couple of different things. I think there's two different elements in fishing. My best times in fishing has either been in some type of a bass boat out on a lake where I can move around and I've got access to cover water and cover large amounts of territory, or getting in a creek and just wading it with a little repellent or something like that. And that in-between thing about having a kayak on a lake and being limited to where you can fish and you're sitting down most of the time and the thing's wobbly and, man, I don't know. I just can't get into it. I'm sorry. I just cannot get into kayak bass fishing. And obviously a lot of people do because the thing is exploding. There's every time that I have a tournament on one of these lakes around here, there's always some big kayak bass tournament going on. There's kayak series. A lot of people love it, man. But, for whatever reason, it's just like, I can't get into it. I got to admit it. I cannot get into kayak bass fishing as much as I want to be into kayak bass fishing. I cannot pull the trigger to buy a kayak, and I cannot pull the trigger to want to make that transition in it. When I see somebody fishing out of a kayak, it bores me immediately. I don't know what it is about it. There's something about it that I just cannot connect with whatsoever. And again, I don't understand it. I wish I could, be a little bit more, interested in it, but I guess you can't force it, man. It's like, everybody's got things they like to do and they don't like to do, but I either like just fishing in a regular bass boat or wading a creek or something like that. But obviously it's not going anywhere because I've talked to a lot of kayak anglers out there and, they're pretty hardcore into it. They really, really enjoy it. I really, really like the whole aspect of it and the simplicity, but for whatever reason, I just can't get into it. So I'd really be curious to know your guys' opinion out there. If you're just an average bass angler, what do you think about it? I mean, is it something you think is going to be around for a while, or what the deal is with it? So, guys, just a quick video. Hope you guys are well. We'll talk later.